Hello and welcome to In the Flow and On Track. I am Jessica Loper and I put out this series every 2 weeks to help you stay in the flow and on track with your goals and who you are becoming. So, how are you doing? I want you to just take a moment to really feel into how you are in this moment. Be honest with yourself. Just get present for a moment. Let's take a deep breath. Relax your shoulders if you're not, or relax your jaw. Whatever part of that body that just you have to be mindful of and remind yourself it's okay to relax. It is safe to be in my body. Just go ahead and take a deep breath. And thank you for being here. If you're here, whether you're tuning in for the first time or you're back for more, it just means that you care about making change, being the person you know you're capable of being, who you really are when you peel back all those layers, and being able to set some goals for yourself and being able to tune in what it is you want and being able to keep taking the next step, even if you don't know all the steps, or if you're still figuring out your goals and what it is you want, that's okay too. So welcome in. I hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving holiday. If you celebrate, I know I did. I just enjoy the family time. I definitely ate some things that didn't agree with me. So this is an example of getting back on track because I did splurge and indulge a little. But it is a good reminder to me that I can feel a difference. For me, I feel better when I eat better. So that was a good reminder for me as I today am being mindful and dedicated to eating right and drinking some extra water. I don't know, the holiday season, it can be hard for a lot of people. So let's just talk about that for a moment. As far as goals go, right? Sometimes stress levels can be higher. Maybe there's people you're interacting with that don't mesh well, or I don't know. You might be around people you really are excited to be around, or maybe it's a combination of both. Maybe you're busier. Maybe there's financial stress, whatever it is going on. Or maybe you just kind of say screw it and just you kind of get off of all your good habits. So it's just that reminder that you can come back. I know for me, I have struggled with getting outside since it's gotten colder. So that's one thing I've noticed this past month. I'm not feeling quite as motivated to get outside and take a walk because it's cold, right? But I am going to do that this week. I'll report back on the next video, but I am like, okay, I got to bundle up, go outside and take a walk even though it's cold. And I may have even said that 2 weeks ago when I made the last video or audio, depending on how you're viewing this or listening to this. So for me, it's like, okay, get out, get the movement, get outside, outdoors. And it doesn't have to be long, maybe it's 15 or 20 minutes, but yeah, it's not the same as when the sun is out and we're getting that vitamin D and soaking up the warm rays. It's a struggle for me. Okay, but I'm acknowledging it and I'm working on it. So I'm going to do that. So I want you to just take a moment, think of, is there something you need to address or change or work on, be mindful of? I feel like too, maybe for somebody, it could even just be your mental health, right? Maybe it's not nutrition, or movement at this time. And that's okay, right? You're at where you're at, whether it's, for the next whoever knows how long, or maybe it's just through the holiday season. Like maybe it is just focusing on your mental health for some of you. I do feel like collectively there has been a lot more anxiousness in people. restlessness, feeling unease. And I feel like a lot of that is so many people are coming out of survival mode or coming into higher levels of consciousness and awareness. And with that, sometimes you may be feeling things like that you don't normally feel or you haven't felt in the past. I know for me, when I first realized I was even in survival mode, this was quite a few years ago, but even just starting to learn about what survival mode was and getting out of it, the first steps are just noticing it and acknowledging it, admitting like, oh, this is a thing and I just need to be aware of it. And can I just notice it when I'm noticing it? Can I take some deep breaths? Can I do some self-care? Can I talk about it? And however you navigate that, maybe you need to get into therapy if that's what you feel led to. Maybe it's finding people who can relate. Maybe it's your diving into your spiritual path or some meditation, setting some goals. There's so much power in just acknowledging something and having awareness around where you're at and what you're experiencing. So I just have to say, like, if your goal for the next, month or two is just being mindful of your mental health or how you're feeling, like, that is absolutely enough. That is enough. If that is all you can do, just do that. Okay? Because I kind of feel like that sometimes needs to be addressed first it before you get to a point where you can take on a bunch of other action steps and bigger goals, right? Depending on where you're at. Okay, and that's just my opinion based off what I've experienced myself. Okay, don't take this as medical advice. All right, I'm just sharing what I've experienced and what I've noticed from people around me as well. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but I do feel like I want to do some type of reading or guided meditation just around letting go of any feelings of anxiousness, or even if you're just feeling unsettled, like maybe you don't even know what it is, because that could just be collective energy too. Maybe it's not even yours, or maybe it's a combination of both. I feel like it's just that we're going through so much of an up level consciously on the planet. And I do feel like there is a lot of hope and a lot of good. We still see a lot of the negativity or the evils of the world, right? I don't want to like sit and pretend they don't exist, but I feel like we're really moving into a time where there is more good. There is a lot of awareness coming to light. There are a lot of people growing. There are a lot of people taking self-responsibility and a lot of good things and a lot of good changes. And I think we need to acknowledge that. But with that being said, okay, I kind of like lost my train of thought here, what I was even saying. I guess I'm just feeling like it'd be a good time to just do some type of meditation for those of you who have been feeling like unsettled, right? If that's a thing for you. If it doesn't resonate, then that's totally fine. We're each on our own path, on our own journey. We're experiencing different things, and I don't want to project that onto you. If that is not your experience, that is totally fine. Tune into how you feel. But if you do feel like something around feeling unsettled would be helpful for you, tune back sometime in the next week. Hopefully, I'll have something up for that. If you haven't subscribed to my newsletter yet, I'm going to have some updates and newsletter specific things coming out. So in the description, be sure to check out the newsletter and sign up there. And I will be back in 2 weeks. Thank you.